Rimuru arrived in the frozen wasteland expecting violence. He expected Milim's recklessness. He expected Velzard's cold destruction. The battlefield already carried the smell of collapse long before he stepped into it. What he found instead froze even his instincts. Feldway stood between catastrophe and command with complete control over both. The air around him carried something ancient, oppressive, and unbearable to measure. Rimuru sensed it immediately. This presence eclipsed Michael. Even silence bent around it. Then Feldway spoke. "Tch, you came sooner than I thought. But it's too late. Milim, use your power to shatter the sacred tree in our way." The order carried absolute certainty. No hesitation, no emotion, just execution. And Milim obeyed. That moment unsettled Rimuru more deeply than the destruction itself. Milim's body had already transformed beyond recognition. Black wings stretched across the frozen sky like fractures spreading through reality. Crimson light burned from the horn across her forehead. Dragon scales shifted across her skin in violent colors that refused stability. Every movement radiated pressure powerful enough to distort the surrounding atmosphere. She had become an incarnation of absolute destruction. Even Rimuru hesitated before approaching her. Yet the true horror never came from her strength. It came from her obedience. CL analyzed the distortion immediately. Regalia Dominion, part of the ultimate skill Michael, Lord of Justice. The explanation carried brutal simplicity. Feldway exploited Milim's berserk state and seized partial control over her consciousness. The domination lacked sophistication. Complex commands remained impossible. Independent thought still surfaced in fragments. But simplicity made the situation even worse. Feldway never needed Milim's personality. He only needed her power aimed in the correct direction. And that direction pointed toward Thalion's sacred tree. The colossal structure towered above civilization itself, stabilizing the world's magicules while supporting an entire capital across its divine branches. Destroying it meant more than military victory. It meant destabilizing the foundation holding the region together. Guy understood the strategy immediately. That bastard Feldway. The words escaped with bitter clarity. Feldway never pursued battle for spectacle. Every move served calculation. While Guy intercepted Velzard, Rimuru moved toward Milim alone, carrying a burden that became heavier with every second. He needed to stop her without destroying her. He needed restraint against overwhelming force. Every failed exchange widened the sense of inevitability. Then Milim roared. The sound carried enough force to dry rivers beneath the battlefield. Space itself fractured under the pressure wave. Communication lines collapsed one after another. Thalion's defenses began breaking apart faster than anyone could stabilize them. For the first time in a long while, Rimuru felt his confidence eroding under pressure he could no longer comfortably contain. Restraint stopped functioning as virtue. Restraint became weakness. Still, he moved forward. That mattered more than victory. CL eventually broke the silence. The probability of success is low, but I have come up with a plan. Rimuru accepted instantly. Doubt no longer possessed value. Far away from the frozen wasteland, the sorceress dynasty of Thalion collapsed piece by piece beneath mounting pressure. Yet inside the imperial chambers, Elmesia maintained composure so calm it almost felt detached from reality. "So is Rimuru coming, you think?" Sylvia answered immediately. "Forget it. The demon lord Milim's gone out of control, and he's busy trying to stop her." For a brief moment, silence pierced Elmesia's expression. Outside the capital, Jahil and Zerario continued tearing through Thalion's defenses, while the sacred tree trembled beneath repeated assaults. The Magus Corps kept fighting despite catastrophic losses. Their massive mounts and hidden magisteel weapons once symbolized Thalion's superiority. Now those same symbols fell from the sky one after another. Elmesia listened to the reports with growing distance. "We cranked up the sacred tree's defense mechanism to its limit, but even then, it's not going to matter much at this point." The conversation drifted strangely after that. Discussions about military development mixed casually with commentary about Rimuru's golem research while soldiers continued dying outside. The officials nearby slowly realized the truth. This calm came from exhaustion, not confidence. The elders pleaded desperately for retreat. Every remaining Magus Knight fought to buy time for the Imperial bloodline to escape. Losing Elmesia and Sylvia meant losing Thalion itself. But Sylvia despised retreat. Elmesia despised survival, purchased through the deaths of others. I'm afraid Rimuru will make fun of me for it later. She spoke lightly, though the decision already settled inside her long before the conversation began. Then she asked the elder a simple question. Who am I? You are Her Majesty the Emperor. Can anyone stand in my way? Silence answered for them all. Authority returned instantly. Fear disappeared beneath duty. Even Errol's desperate pleas collapsed under Sylvia's cold dismissal because she understood the battlefield clearly. Meaningless sacrifice only expanded tragedy. The atmosphere inside the chamber shifted completely after that exchange. Noble families that spent generations divided by conflict suddenly stood united beneath shared resolve. Mother and daughter returned to the battlefield, carrying a nation already approaching ruin. By the time Benimaru and the others arrived in Talion, the sacred tree already bore scars deep enough to resemble wounds. Injured soldiers covered the massive leaves while Sylvia and Elmesia continued fighting overhead, holding Jahil and Zerario back long enough for the tree's defenses to preserve what remained. Elmesia exhaled quietly after seeing the reinforcements. I thought it'd be too late, but he really did send out reinforcements. Sir Rimuru always keeps his promises. Benimaru's response carried complete certainty. The battlefield shifted immediately afterward. Leon intercepted Zerario with relentless precision, the god-class flame pillar blazing violently in his grasp. Soe vanished into the chaos behind him like a shadow severed from reality itself. Kigali moved beside Sylvia with cold purpose, hardening every movement. I'll never forgive you. The words targeted Jahil directly. Tyr never bothered speaking. Her hatred already filled the battlefield without language. Above them all, Benimaru observed everything with measured calm. The Magus Corps had regained momentum against the Mystic Army, but he understood the deeper truth beneath temporary progress. None of it mattered unless Jahil and Zerario fell before Milim's destruction reached Thalion completely. Leon understood that reality better than anyone present. Behind his expressionless face, calculations continued endlessly. Evacuation routes, civilian survival percentages, sacrificial containment zones, alternative disaster paths. The barren lands would be the best destination for them. Even that solution carried consequences severe enough to reshape nations. Across from him, Zerario revealed unexpected honesty. Velzard is acting on her own too. I wish someone would tell me what's going on with her. Unlike Jahil, Zerario fought without conviction. Obedience restrained him more than loyalty guided him. Leon recognized the hesitation immediately. Then Soe emerged from the shadows. We will take any measure needed to win. Leon silently agreed. Defeat here opened the road toward human civilization itself. The battle surrounding Jahil became even more brutal. Sylvia moved first, disappearing and reappearing through lightning-fast strikes that shattered conventional perception. Kigali controlled distance carefully while channeling devastating magical force through the ruined scepter. Tyr stayed closest to death itself, intercepting Jahil directly through reckless aggression fueled entirely by grief. I hate you. You're so dead. Jahil looked at their coordination with disgust. All you cretins can do is form herds. But Tyr no longer cared about fear, dignity, or survival. Footman was gone. Laplace had vanished. Kigali remained the only thing left worth protecting. Her Tyr scythe curved through the battlefield like a living extension of rage itself, returning faithfully after every strike. Its purpose matched her perfectly. It reaped tears, not lives. What Jahil failed to recognize was far more dangerous. Tyr had already changed. A dormant voice once whispered toward her subconscious. If you agree to it, power will be given to you. She accepted immediately. Clayman's lingering data fused into her existence, creating the ultimate gift, Orpheus. The transformation resembled inheritance more than corruption. We both have to protect Lady Kigali. The promise remained directed toward the memory of someone already gone. Jahil sensed the shift too late. Firestorms erupted around him with enough force to erase souls entirely. Yet Kigali and Tyr escaped every blast through movements too precise to happen naturally. Only afterward did Jahil realize the truth. Benimaru guided the battlefield from afar. Shimmering haze concealed allies while his calculations dismantled Jahil's patterns piece by piece. Then Sylvia struck. Ah, you're open! Her spear pierced through him at the exact moment Kigali activated Agastia, predicting his reactions with terrifying precision. Ciel's unseen manipulation had already prepared her evolution long before the battle reached this stage. Everything aligned at once: Sylvia's speed, Kigali's foresight, Tyr's fury, Benimaru's command. Separate fighters dissolved into a single will, moving with terrifying synchronization, and for the first time since the battle began, Jahil lost control. The battlefield no longer moved according to his intentions. It carried him somewhere else entirely.